Hey, Jai Jinendra Keval, Jai Jinendra Vibhor. Am I audible to you guys? Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. I do see Kevin and Keval so far. Maybe Vibhor joined for a minute and then he dropped off. So we'll wait.
I named myself before. I for the last meeting it was named before, so I had to rename it.
Okay. Got it, Kevin. Got it. Okay. No worries. So we'll wait for a few minutes. How are you guys this morning?
Good. It was nice.
Good weather out here in California and North Carolina.
Yeah.
Is
I'm sorry, what?
good weather out there?
Yeah, it's
Is the
good weather.
weather going okay? Chilly out here in Phoenix, windy and a beautiful, morning. Little bit cooler on the cooler side, but yeah, it's kind of perfect. Okay, let's see. Today, we are going to do a revision, no new topic that we are going to cover, but we'll revise the most important, the most fundamental concept of Jainism. And you know what that concept is? Keval, do you know what are the concepts that are the most fundamental to Jainism? Apart from, like, of course, non-violence and the, yeah. Keval, you want to unmute yourself and tell me
What?
what's the most fundamental concept of Jainism that we are going to revise today?
Non-violence.
Not non-violence. Yes, it is most fundamental, but there is, from the concept, from the theory, there is one other topic, that the two topics that we covered in last couple of classes. Do you know what are those? Beta, do you know the concept? Kevin, you want to take a chance?
I don't know. I came to this class because of that.
Okay. So you didn't attend the last two classes or what?
I couldn't attend my last two classes.
I got it. No worries. We'll revise them today. So don't worry. Hai na? So the most fundamental concept. Okay. So I have Samyak, my son. He's a 12-year-old sixth grader. And I do see Riona joining as well. So once she join, we will do quick, what do you call it? We'll do a Navkar mantra together and then we'll start. Okay, I'll give it another minute. So it's just time, 10:16 a.m. my time, which is like what, 12:15 your time, Kevin, and maybe 11. Oh, sorry, 9:15 your time, Keval.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Riona? How are you doing today? I like your smile. Where are your teeth?
I lost it.
Oh, you lost them. You don't take care of good care of your teeth or what?
I do.
You do? Okay. And is it snowing today at your place?
No. It
No
was just
snow?
rain.
Oh, it was raining. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Beta, go ahead. What are you saying?
I just had another gym class before this class.
Acha. Okay.
Yeah. I do two types of them.
Nice. Yeah, my kids also attend multiple classes. So every Saturday they do a Pakshal puja at the Jain temple, and we all do it together. And Sundays is when we do a few pathshalas. So I do see Aishna joining us as well in a bit here. She's walking in to the class, and I think we have a good quorum to start. Say Jai Jinesh. So we have Riona, Keval, and Kavin today, and we are going to do revision of a few fundamentals of Jainism, है ना? But before that, I want you all to unmute yourself and let's do the Navkar mantra together. Please. Now.
Namo
Namo loe savasahunam Eso panchanamo yaro Sava pavapanashino Elanam cha saudesim Padhamam. Okay, now I want you to do the Chittari Mangalam part. Who knows the Chittari Mangalam part here? Okay, I see Kevin raising his hand. Who else knows the Chittari Mangalam part? Okay. Oh, I see Keval raising his hand as well. Okay, so okay, let's do this. Why don't you? I will keep quiet, and I would like you all kids to recite it. Okay, Ishna, everyone, go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead, Keval. You all can unmute yourself and let's recite it.
Mangalam Arihanta Mangalam Siddha Mangalam Sahu Mangalam Kevri Vinakto Dhammo Mangalam Chattari Logatama Arihanta Logatama Siddha Logatama Sahu Logatama Kevri Vinakto Dhammo Logatamo Chattari Sharanam Pavajjami Arihante Sharanam Pavajjami Siddhe Sharanam Pavajjami Sahu Sharanam Pavajjami Kevri Vinaktam Dhammam Sharanam Pavajjami.
Very good. Great job, Kevin. Great job, Keval and Ishna. You guys know a lot. So this is good. You should feel proud about yourself. Okay. And whoever does not know this should try to learn it. Okay. You can ask your mama, papa, or when you talk to your dada, dadi, and nana, nani, ask them, hey, can you teach us the Chittari Mangalam part, the Mangalam part, and learn it. Okay. They will feel very happy and you will also feel very happy. And Riona, you are speaking on mute, okay? So you have to unmute yourself before you speak. Go ahead, beta. You are saying something, Riona? Okay, no worries. Okay, so guys, today we are going to revise the two fundamental topics of Jain philosophy. Okay, and here I'm not talking about the general concept of non-violence, but something which is way more fundamental than the concept of non-violence and the five vrats. Okay, so पंच महाव्रत की बात होती है. At that time we talk about non-violence. Non-violence is one of the panch mahavrats, correct? But that's not what we are talking about today. We are going to revise what we covered in last couple of classes. Okay, Kevin? So first we are going to great, Kevin. So first we are going to cover the topic of six dravya. Six dravya. So who is going to tell me the names of the six dravya? Raise your hands if you want to tell. Keval, do you know the names of the six dravya? How about you, Riona? You attended the class.
I didn't attend the class.
Oh, you did not. No worries. So Riona, you want to go ahead? Go ahead.
Dharmistikai, Adharmistikai, Jeev,
Okay, you know three. That's great. Okay, no, don't feel shy. You know three, which is awesome. Okay, you get 50% marks. Okay, you don't get 100%. So why don't we do this? And Arav and Gia are joining as well, which is kind of awesome. So let's do this. Mr. Samyak Jain, I will invite him to the stage out here, and he is going to tell us the names.
I think I know the next one.
छह द्रव्य जीव, उद्गल,
Please.
आकाश, Kal, Dharmasthai.
Okay, did you guys catch the names, or should I ask him to repeat again?
I catch them.
Keval did. So in any case, repeat one more time some names of the Dravyas.
The Dravya are Jeev, Pudgal, Akash, Kal, and Dharmastakai and Adharmastakai.
Okay, now why don't you give their English names? And what do you call Dravya in English?
Substances.
Okay, so can you give me the names of the 6 substances?
Yes. Alive, living, non,
Uh-huh.
Akash, space. Akash is space.
Mhm.
Kal is time, and Dharmastakai and Adharmastakai are the fields of motion and the fields of rest.
Fields of motion
And
and fields of rest.
Rest.
Good job. Good job. Good job, Samir. Go back, back off the stage. So now, who is going to tell me? Riona already did her bit. She told us the three names. And I see Arav joining us a bit late. So why don't I ask Arav? Arav, can you give me name of the first 2? And I want you to follow the sequence. Can you give me the names of the first 2 substances?
Jeev and Pudgal.
Awesome, Jeevan Pudgal. Very, very good. Very good, Arav. So, let me put it this way. What do you call them in English? What is Jeevan Pudgal in English?
Living being and non-living being.
Very good. Very good. Okay, who is going with the next 2? Next 2. Not Arav, not Riona. I want someone else to take this charge. Who is going to tell me the next 2? Keval or Kevin or Ashna? Next 2. Okay, I hear other noise, other sound, background sound, but I don't hear any answers. Kevin, why don't you give it a try? You just heard them, right?
I did, but I couldn't hear them clearly.
Oh, you could not. Oh, if that's the case, you have to tell me again, okay, beta, that you are not able to hear it. That next 2 names, who is going to give? Okay, Riona, why don't you go ahead? I see your hand being raised. I want the next 2.
The next 2 was Akash and then Kal.
Okay, is it Akash or is it Akash?
Akash.
Perfect. The wind should come out of your mouth, okay, through the gateways that are open. Okay, so what is it, Kevin? Did you get it? Kevin, did you get it? I see you going
Yes.
off. Okay, perfect. Good. What are the names, Kevin?
Sorry.
What are the names?
They're Akash and no, one's Akash and one's I can't remember these.
Okay, do you remember them in English?
No.
Akash is space and Kal. Kal is
Kal.
Kal. What is it?
Time.
Kal. Kal is time. So space and time. Simple. Right? So living beings and non-living beings, that's the first pair. And then space and time, that's the second pair. And who is going to tell me the third pair of the 6 substances? The next 2. Keval, you remember the next 2? The field of motion and field of rest. That's the English term for that. And I see Gia. Hello, Gia. I was missing you. Go ahead.
Dharmistakai and Adharmistakai.
Very nice. Dharmastikai and adharmastikai. Kevin, can you repeat it after me? Dharmastikai.
Dharmastikaya and Adharmastikaya.
Yes. So now, Keval, the first one, can you unmute yourself? Yes, Keval, I'm waiting for you to unmute yourself and then we'll start. Keval? Okay. Can you say the first one is living beings,
Living beings,
non-living beings,
non-living beings,
space,
space,
time,
time,
the field of motion,
field of motion,
and field of rest.
field of rest.
So total 6 substances, right? And what do we call them in Hindi? Same order. Jeev. Keval say Jeev.
Jeev,
Pudgal. No, not Ajeev. Not Ajeev. Jeev and then Pudgal. Save it up. First is Jeev. Second is Pudgal.
Pudgal,
Pudgal. Pudgal.
Pudgal,
Very good. Jeev and Pudgal. Akash. And then Kal.
Kal,
Okay, then Dharmastikai.
Dharmastikaya,
Dharmas- Dharmastikai and Adharmastikai. Okay, so these are the 6 substances. Now, what is the thought behind it? So the thought is our universe, what we see around us, and something that we cannot see but we can perceive, and what Bhagwan can see. All of that universe, all of that lok alok is made up of these 6 substances. So whatever we see around us is kind of coming together because of these 6 substances. That's the thought. Okay. So I'll now play a video. Okay. And then that video is exactly going to talk about what I told you. These 6 substances come together to make this universe. So very important thing that you all have to understand.
Didn't we already do that last time?
Yes, we did. We are just doing the revision, Riona. Today's class is a revision class. Hai na? So why are these substances important? Because see, Jainism believes that the universe is not made or by any super being. There is no super being, a notion of a god like the way other Hindus or Christians and Muslims believe. Jainism is a very scientific religion. What it believes in is that universe is eternal. It is everlasting. Okay? And universe is made by a combination of these 6 substances. And Keval is saying there is a glitch. My computer. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Keval. Join back. Okay? Go ahead. Go ahead. No worries. Okay. Riona, you are raising your hand. Do you have a question for me?
Yeah, so it's not really a question, but because Bhagwan didn't make the world, then there would be many more questions on what he how did he go get?
Yes. So one thing you have to understand, Jainism says the universe is not made by Bhagwan. Okay.
Yeah, or then it would be perfect.
Yeah, and if Bhagwan would have made the universe, it would have been perfect. Yes, you are so right. And universe is not always perfect, right? It's not always, giving. It's not always not giving. It's kind of a mix of everything. And even Bhagwan ji have to do tap, right? If Bhagwan would have made the universe, then what was the need for him to do any kind of tap and penance to get to moksha? He would have done something like abracadabra and given himself the moksha right from the beginning. That didn't happen like that, right? It didn't happen like that. He had to do a lot of stuff. You would have seen Bahubali Bhagwan's image, the idol in the south of India, right? And how is that idol projected? It has all those vines and twines on his body. There are ant hills around his body, you know, and he is in deep, deep meditation. So if he were the universe, like, the eternal God, then it would have been a different story, correct? So that's not the case. So let's do this. Now let me share my screen and let me share the video, and we'll go through the video quickly. And just give me a second, okay? Krishna. So first we'll talk about the video of the sixth Dravya. Let's do this. Okay, wait a minute, not here. Let me first bring it up on a new screen. And wait a sec. I'm going to share it in a sec. Okay, kids, just give me a second.
What is this universe? Things, family.
Just a sec, beta. Okay, where is it? Share screen. No, share screen, yes. And then let's do this guy. Ishna, you want to listen or are you going away? Can you see my screen?
It's loading.
Okay.
Now I
Let
can.
me know, beta, if it's there, है ना?
It's there now.
It's there. These homes and forests, do these constitute the universe? What exactly is the form of this universe?
Wait, let me start from.
Jai Jinendra. Today, we will try to understand the universe which we see around us. What is this universe? We see the sky above and the earth below. There are so many buildings, families, homes, and forests. Do these constitute the universe? What exactly is the form of this universe? And where did it originate from? Some people say that God created it. Let's think about it. If the universe was created by God, then did God have any raw material using which he created the universe? If yes, means that he simply transformed the raw material into universe and created nothing. This shows that God has not created the universe. If we say that nothing existed before the universe was created, then the question arises how the universe was created. We don't see anything in this universe that can be made without using some material. It is not possible that God can
The voice went away.
create raw material. Another question that now arises is if God created the universe, then can God be considered as most powerful and compassionate? Then why did he give so many griefs and sorrows in this universe? You might have seen many people who are sad. There are deaths in every house. Everyone who is born has to die one day, and the family members of that person get sad. There are so many diseases, so much tension and stress. Why? Doesn't God have compassion that He has created such a sad universe? Another question arises. Why was this universe created? What is the purpose of the universe? If we assume there was nothing before the universe was created, then what are the benefits of creating it? Then it seems that in reality, no one has created this universe. It was always there and will be there forever. If we assume that there was a starting point of this universe, then we need to know what was before that starting point. Just imagine if there was nothing before the starting point and all of a sudden the universe appeared. Do you think it can happen? Is it possible? I don't think so. So, one thing becomes clear now that the universe has always been there and will always continue to exist. Now, we will try to understand how the universe was created. The universe is made up of six substances known as the.
Okay, who is going to tell me what are the six substances the universe is made of? Gia, you are going to tell me the first two, only the first two. Okay, go ahead, Gia.
The first two are living and non-living. That
Perfect.
means
Good job.
Jeev
Good
and
job.
Ajeev.
Oh, Jeev and Ajeev. Perfect. Great job. Okay, who is going next? Kevin. Kevin, tell me the next two.
Next two are space and time or Akash and Kal.
Perfect. You are a fast catcher, Kevin. I am impressed. You know it now. Okay. The last two. Who is going to tell me the last two? Last two. Riona, you want to give it a try? Ishna, you want to give it a try? Last two. Uh,
Thermosticai or thermosticai?
yes. And what does that mean in English?
Living
No. Field of
motion.
and
Motion.
field of yes.
Mo-
Yeah, field of motion is one. What is the next one? Which is field of
Field
rest.
of stationary.
Yes, field of stationary or field of rest. Good job, Riona, for helping Ishna with her answers. Okay, great job. So that's that. Now, Keval, are you able to hear us back clearly now?
Yes.
Okay, then let's continue with the video in a second.
The sixth Dravya. Today, we will understand about them. If we look around us, what do we see? We see human beings, we see animals, buildings, roads, etc. We can perceive two things very clearly from this. One is living and another is non living in this universe. Living means those who have life and who have the ability to know and see, known as Janana and Dekana. That is called Jeev. This is the first Dravya. It is in everyone human beings, animals, birds, plants, bacteria, etc. Here, we are not discussing the body. In fact, the Jeev, which is inside the body, which has the power to know and see. Now, let us understand the second Dravya, that is Pudgal. Whatever we see around us, the things which we can feel, smell, taste, all those things are Pudgal, like water, air, concrete, buildings, solid, liquid, gas. These all are Pudgal. The light which is in waveform, that too is a Pudgal. Sound waves are also Pudgal. So, we can clearly see two things in the universe. One is Jeev and the other is Pudgal.
Okay, is who is going to tell me what our body is? Is our body a Jeev or a Pudgal? Kevin.
It's a Jeev because it has the power to move around and see.
Okay. Sir, I just want to give it a try. Okay, Gia.
Our body is a Jeev.
Our body is a Jeev. So now I got two type of answer completely opposite. So let me take a poll. Samyak, what do you think?
Body is a Jeev.
No. What you mean? It's a Jeev?
A Jeev.
No, I'm asking, is it a Jeev or is it a Pudgal?
Pudgal.
So what is the answer?
Pudgal.
Okay. Ishna, what do you think? Your body is a Jeev or is it a Pudgal? Okay, so I now have 3 votes in favor of Pudgal and 1 vote in favor of Jeev. Riona, what do you think it is?
jeep because it's living.
Okay, you also think it is living, it is a jeev. Keval, Kavin, you want to, okay, Keval, before that, Keval, what do you think it is?
Jeev.
Keval also thinks it's a jeev. How about you, Kevin?
I said Jeev. I didn't say Pudgal. I said Jeev.
You said jeev, okay. Now, the moment of truth.
Wait. So
Wait. Mm, okay, yes. So I will let Ishna explain, but first, the right answer. Okay, let me say the right answer. The moment of truth, beta. Actually, our body on its own is a pudgal. Okay, our
so
body is a pudgal. Ishna is going to now explain. Go ahead.
oh, but our souls are jeep.
Yes, go ahead, Ishna.
So your soul is a jeep, but your body is physical. So like when you are alive, but your body is just your home for your soul. Your soul's home.
Oh, so it's your soul's home. That's kind of a neat answer. I like that answer. Okay, so it's just a soul. So a body is just a home for your soul, and that's why I see your body at point starts. It grows. You're a small baby, and it grows. Then it kinds of starts. You know, slowly getting. You get old, and slowly your body starts getting weak, right? And then finally your body, one day you die, and people cremate your body, they burn your body down, correct? So it's not the living being. The living part of it is actually the soul, which is eternal. It just switches from one body to another. Okay, it can never die. It just changes form from one type to another. Like one time your soul may be in a body of a plant, a tree, right? Next life it may be in body of a human being. Next life it may go to a body of a animal, some other animal like a pig, a horse, elephant, mosquito, bug, whatnot. It's just the same soul. So if somebody asks you this question, body or pudgal, the right answer is even your body is Pudgal. है ना? It is not jeev. It is just a home, a temporary home for your soul. So who are you? Are you the soul or are you the body? Riona,
You're the body.
how about you, Kevin? Are you the soul or you the body? Sorry,
You're the
are you the yes, that's the right question. Are you the soul or you are the body?
the
So
soul.
Soul. Okay. Yes, that's the right answer, Kevin. Riona, remember this. We are the soul. We are not the body. Okay. Let's keep
but the
going.
body's just like a protection.
Yes, exactly. For temporary times. Okay. Let's keep going. Good job.
Now, if only soul or jeev and pudgal are present in this universe, then it would not work. Both of these need a place to live, right? So, there is a third dravya in this universe, that is space, known as the Akash. Everything like cloud, earth, etc. exists in Akash. Now imagine if there are only space or Akash Dravya, Jeev and Pudgal, then the universe will become completely static and there will be no change. So, one more Dravya that is needed is time. Unless there is a past, present, or future, how would we see any changes in the universe? So, for any change to happen, time is needed. That is our fourth Dravya, time. Apart from these, there are two more things which we can't see. They can't be seen even through any scientific experiments. These are Dharmadravya and Adharmadravya. Dharmadravya does not mean religion in which we worship in temples. Dharmadravya and Adharmadravya. Both are spread all over the universe. Both of them can't be seen by any scientist's equipment because scientists' equipment can figure out only Pudgal or materials. Dharm and Adharm are not even visible. Now we need to learn what Dharm and Adharm Dravya do. Whatever movements occur, the movements are in the Jeev and Pudgal. Like for example, I am standing now, then I start walking, then I sit. Then this movement is our Pudgal movement. Another example, we throw the ball up. It goes up as much as it can. This is movement. Dharmadravya is the medium for movement, and Adharmadravya is the medium that helps anything that is stationary to remain stationary. And the interesting fact about the special way in which they help us, they do not directly move or stop anything, but they are like a medium that helps in movement or making something stationary. Like we can run on the ground, but it is not the ground that makes us run. We need a ground to run. Otherwise, we will not be able to run. In the same way, we need Dharmadravya to move and Adharmadravya to stop us. So, these are the six Dravya that this universe is made up of. Let's do a quick recap. First is Jeev, the one who knows. Second is Pudgal, the material which we can sense using our senses. Third is Akash, which gives space for everyone to live. Fourth is Kal, that is time. Fifth is Dharm, which is the medium for moving objects. And the sixth is Adharm, which is the medium for stationary objects. So, we learned in this video that this universe is made up of six Dravya. These six Dravyas have always been there and will continue to be there forever. Jai Jinendra.
Okay, so you guys now know this, okay? Let's see. Okay. So this one, I see Riona's hand being raised. So let's first get her question. So Riona, go ahead. What's your question?
Can I say the seven
Tattva.
seven tattva?
In a bit. Let's conclude this, okay? So guys, now you will know, I hope you guys will remember the names of the six substances. Eshna, are you going to remember it? Are you going to remember it in English and in Hindi? Yes and no. If not, let me revise it one more time, the names, okay? So the first one is Jeev.
Jeev.
Jeev is, so Jeev is your living being.
Jeev. Pudgal.
Pudgal is
Akash.
your, wait.
Kal.
Let's go slow, Riona. What is Pudgal? Pudgal is non-living. Then Riona, third one is
Akash.
Akash. Not Akash. You keep doing that. It's
Akash.
Akash. Yes, Akash is space and Kal is time. Very good, Ishna. Time. Okay, the last two, only last two, the one which are not visible. Jia, go ahead, Jia. The last two.
Is it 5 and 6?
Yes. What are the 5 and 6?
Adharm. No, Dharm or Adharmastika.
Yes. Bolo, Ishna. Says.
Dharm or adharmastika.
Dharmastika, and the last one is Adharmastika.
Adharmastika.
Okay. The full name is Dharmastika. Hai na, Ishna?
Domesticate the movement of motion, and then
Field of
Field of-
motion and
And
field of rest.
field of rest.
Good job. Okay, so now the next topic, the next set of fundamental topic for us is the topic of seven tattva. Okay, and Keval, I only see your head and the tree on top of that head. Is there a way you can adjust your camera? Yes, perfect. Now I see you, and now only I see your mouth, not your eyes. Yeah, perfect. Great job. Okay, so the next topic is seven tattva, and we see Riona is super excited about telling us the names of those seven tattva. So I'll give it her that chance. But Riona, I want you to tell them in the sequence. Okay, go ahead.
Jeev, Ajeev, Ashrav, Band, Samvar, Nirjara, and Moksha.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Riona, you are so intelligent. You remember all the names from the last class. Wow, that's a great job. Okay, who else is going to tell me the name of the seven? Uh, okay, Jia, go ahead. The names of the seven tattva.
The names of the seven tattva are Jeev, Ajeev, Ashraf, Band, Samvar, Nirja, and Moks.
Super, super, Jia. Awesome. I'm so happy you remember these things in the right order. So that's kind of super cool. So the significance, kids, of the seven tattva is that this is they also describe how happens around us and how do we attain moksha. Okay, so we as a jeev, first of all, these are the seven things that you have to remember to distinguish between the various aspects. So first is jeev, right? So jeev means we are jeevs, right? Our soul is a jeev, our body is a jeev. That's one thing. Then what happens is we jeeves, based upon the karma that we do, the thoughts that we have. When we say karma, it's not just about the deeds that we do, but the things that we think also. So based upon our thoughts and our deeds, we attract some karmic particles towards us. Okay, so the influx of those karmic particles is what is called as asra, है ना?
Yeah,
And then
like
what happens is these karmic particles gets closer to us, and then they get attached to our body, or not to our body, sorry, to our soul, है ना? These are like the karmic particles that get attached to our soul at different intensities, है ना? Based upon the type of behavior we exhibit. If we are in a bad situation and we react to it in a very bad way, we show our anger, our deceit, and our bad emotions, then
that's
bad
awesome.
bad particles, bad karmic particles, asra will happen and their bandh will happen, है ना? But if I am in a bad situation and I react to it in a very good way, like I keep myself composed and I kind of try to do more donations, I try to go to temple, I try to stay
That would be
calm.
Samvar.
No, wait. So if I do that, then it will be asra and bandh of good karmic particles, है ना? If I'm doing good behavior, I'm doing good things to other people, even in bad situation or good situation, then it will be asra and bandh of good karmic particles. So that is also asra and bandh, Riona. After that, once the bandh has happened, है ना? And then what happens is I do not, as my karma are coming to fruition, I am not uh, reacting to them either ways. I'm just keeping myself composed. I'm saying, hey, these bad things are happening to me. That's okay. Let them pass. These shall pass. Let me stay composed. I will not be very happy when I'm supplied with great, situations, and I'll not be very unhappy when things happen. When I go to that kind of situation, then what happens is I kind of am stopping the process of new karma particles getting attached to me. And that is what you call as samvar. What do you call it? Samvar. है ना? And after samvar, the next state is, hey, I have all these past karmas which have got attached to my soul. I have to get rid of them. And that is what we call as nirjara. है ना? And once you have done nirjara and you have emptied your bank of past karma, good and bad, then you get to moksha, the state of equanimity, the state, the ultimate state, the siddhalaya. So that these are the 7 things. Now, one analogy that you will see in the video is analogy of a boat. There is a boat which you can treat it as a jeev. There is a human being in that boat that you can treat it as a jeev. है ना? It's just an analogy. It's not exactly what it is. Then a hole happens in the boat and water starts gushing in. That's the process of asrav and bandh. है ना? So water gushing in is asrav, and the boat getting full of water is bandh. Okay. Then you get a bucket and first you plug the hole. That is what you call as samvar. And when you take a bucket and start throwing the already filled water out, that's nirjara. है ना? And once you have emptied up the boat, that's like moksha. Okay, so that's the analogy that you will see in the video. But the more important message is that you as a jeev, and only you as a jeev, no pudgal, no ajeev can do this to themselves. It is the jeev who first get the karma particles attached to themselves. And by the way, karma particles are also pudgal. They are also ajeev. है ना? But because of your good and bad karma, your good and bad thoughts and deeds, they get attracted to you and then they get bounded to you. So that is what you have to understand first. Ishna, you have something?
Like magnets.
Like magnet. So you as a jeev, and Ishna, you have awesome analogies. So your body is your soul. Like I am a soul, right? So I as a soul has this magnetic capacity of attracting the karma particles, good or bad, equally, based upon the emotions and the deeds that I do. है ना? So that is what you have to keep in mind. Before we go to the video, do we have any questions? Yes, Jia.
Well, it's not a question about the video. It's about something else. So will we do Kahoot?
Not today, beta. Not
Okay.
today. Not today. I think next class is when we'll have a Kahoot. Okay, but I want you guys to be super prepared for that Kahoot.
Okay.
So let's see. Let's play the video now. Any other questions? No questions. I see Arav saying no. Okay, Kavin, go ahead.
So, Asrav and Bandh both can be good or bad, right?
हाँ बेटा. So Asrav and Bandh are for either good particles or bad particles, both. है ना? See, if I am like, let's say, doing donations at the temple, I am, donating medicines or books or essentially knowledge, okay, or I am doing donations for good causes, है ना? Then obviously, if I'm keeping my if I'm doing it with good thoughts, then I will get good karma on my side. If I go to temple every time and I do my prayers on time, then I will get good karma. If I help my friends, my family members, I do seva to my old dada dadi and nana nani, then obviously I'll get good karmas on to me, and those good karmas will give me good situations in life later. But if I do bad things, like there are people who do smoking and drinking and they play these, what do you call it? Gambling, and they are like doing stealing and thievery, then these guys will get bad karma, right? So that incoming of the good or bad karma is asrav, and the bondage of those good and bad karma to your soul is bandh. है ना? Okay, so let's see. Any other questions? No, I see no. So let's play the video now. Okay, share the screen.
Jai Jinendra. From childhood, our parents guide us about what is good and what is bad for our life. Like, we need good education.
Oops, sorry, beta. Let me repeat.
Stop blaming others for our life. Like, we need good education for a good life. It is important to have good friends. To make money, we need a good job or a business. In addition to this, our parents also guide us to stay away from bad company and bad habits. Rules or our habits which make our life good or bad can only make our present birth good. But everything ends or finishes with our death. When we look at our life from another perspective, that is, as the cycle of birth and death, then we realize that our present life is not our only life. We are a soul which has taken infinite births and deaths, as we have shown in this video. When we look at our life with this perspective, then money, friends, family, home all seem limited to only one life. That is our present life. As soon as we take another birth, then everything changes. Our family, friends, money from our previous birth now, a question arises. What is beneficial and what is harmful for our soul? What should we do to make our future births good along with our present birth? For this, we will have to learn a concept that is known as the seven tattva. Seven tattvas are Jeev, Ajeev, Asrav, Bandh, Samvar, Nirjara, and Moksha.
Okay, who is going to repeat? Let's see. Okay, Kevin, go ahead, Kevin.
The seven tattvas are Jeev, Ajeev, Asrav, Bandh, Samvar, Nirjara, and Moksha.
Good job. Okay, okay. Who else? Super. Keval, do you want to repeat the 7 names? Maybe I can help you. 7 names, Keval? Okay, Samyak, why don't you give the 7 tattva name?
Jeev, Ajeev, Ashrav,
Mm-hmm.
Samvar,
What have?
Ashrav, Bandh,
Good job.
Samvar, Nirjara, or Moksha.
Good job. Okay. Keval, can you repeat now the names 7 tattva? You have to unmute yourself.
Jeev, Asrav,
जीव के बाद अजीव.
Asrav,
Jeev, and the next is Ajeev. Second one is Ajeev. You see that on the screen?
Jeev, Ajeev, Asrav, Bandh,
Bandh,
Bandh, Samvar,
Samvar. Okay.
Nirjara.
Nirjara, and the last one is Moksh.
Now let us understand these through an example. Now imagine you are crossing a river in a boat. Suddenly you see that there is a hole at the bottom of the boat and water slowly starts coming inside the boat. If you don't do anything, then the boat would fill with water and sink in the river. So what would you do in this situation? At first, We will try to plug that hole by filling something in it. Now our next step would be to get the water out of the boat. In this way, we can save our life and we will be out of danger. So, the one who is sitting in the boat means you. That is Jeev Tattva, means our soul, our first element. Second is boat, which can be related to Ajeev Tattva, means non-living things, meaning our body. Now, when water starts entering the boat, we can relate this to Asrav Tattva. There are particles spread everywhere around us in this universe. They are so tiny that they can't be seen. They are called the karma particles. Whatever our actions are, good.
So remember, kids, karma particles are good and bad both types. है ना? There are good type of karma particles and bad type karma particles. Both type of karma particles.
Or bad, depending on that, there is an influx of good or bad karma particles in our soul. This process is called asra. Now,
see, you just saw, right? That person was trying to hit a dog, right? He was causing violence. He was doing a violent act. And as he was doing violent act, he attracted bad karma particles. Okay?
when the boat was getting filled with water, we can relate that to the Bandh Tattva. The karmic particles which get attached to our soul is called Bandh Tattva. During the influx of karmic particles, the nature of our feelings or state of mind at that particular moment will decide how they are going to impact our life. After how much time will they start impacting, and with what intensity they will impact us? This is called Bandh. Let's now understand the next, the fifth Tattva. When the boat
So you understand, right? So we are jeeves, then there are these ajeevs, the particles, the karma particles, hai na? And the process based on our acts, right? We attract these karma particles towards us, good or bad. That's called as asrav. And when these asrav, these karma particles get attached to ourselves, that's bandh. Hai na? So Keval, remember these 7 names and the meanings associated with them. Hai na? Now we'll go forward to the next one. So bandh has happened means something bad got attached to us. Now how do we get rid of it? That's where the next few steps come into the play.
boat's hole is plugged and water has stopped coming in, this is called samvar. When we stop committing sins and become calm, the influx of karma stops. Just like the water stopped coming inside the boat, this is called samvar. We also had to empty the boat of the water. That is called nirjara. When new karma stops binding with the soul and we start destroying the old karmas with penance, this is called nirjara. The last and the seventh tattva is moksha. When there are no karmic particles left and we are completely free of the karma, then we become pure souls. This is called moksha. This can be compared to the state when there was no water left in the boat. These 7 tattvas are very important in our life. These advise us what to do and what not to do. Asrav and Bandh are dangerous for us. Samvar and Nirjara are beneficial for us. Moksha is a state where the soul is in its 100% pure state, and wise people always find ways to attain moksha. So, we get so many lessons about the art of living from the 7 tattvas. Like, now we understand that I, that is my soul, is a separate entity from the body. With this learning, now we neither take pride.
Remember this, soul and body are two separate entities. Soul is the living one while the body is the non-living one. Hai na? That's the most important lesson that you have to keep in mind, Riona. Okay? We are in this body temporarily. It's our home for now, but it's not what who we are. ठीक है ना?
In our body, being fair, dark, fat, skinny, beautiful, nor do we feel bad. But we try to get rid of these negative emotions. Earlier, we used to consider someone big or someone small. From the Jeev Tattva, we learn that we all have the same living element and now we respect everyone. Also, earlier we always blamed others. Now we have learned that whatever happiness or sorrow I am getting, it's only because of the karma attached to me. And so we stop blaming others. Also, earlier wealth, property, or career was only our goal. Now we have the right goal of our life. That is our purest state, moksha. Isn't it a useful lesson of these seven thoughts for our life? Will you all follow this? Jai Jinendra.
What do you say, guys? Are you going to follow this and remember it before following it? Okay, I need some thumbs up. Thumbs ups there. Follow it. Who is going to follow it? Maybe not Riona and Arav. Oh, I see Riona putting a thumbs up. Let's see. Let me also do a thumbs up from Ishna's side. And Jia and Keval and Arav and everyone. Awesome. Great job, guys. So this is the revision we wanted to do today. And we will do I think what do you call it? The Kahoot is planned for next week. So we'll do that next week. है ना? Okay. Yes, Jia, you have a question?
Yeah. What time will the Kahoot be at? And which day?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it would be on Sunday, but if there is a change in plan, we'll let you know on your, on the WhatsApp. है ना? I have to
Okay.
check with the other teacher also, and then we'll plan accordingly.
Okay.
Okay. Acha. Any other questions on the topic or off topic? Any other question on Jainism or anything? Kevin. I have to.
Nothing related to that stuff. My birthday is gonna be in 2 days, so I'm gonna turn 11.
Super good. Happy birthday to you in advance. That's good to know that you will be celebrating your birthday soon in the week of Thanksgiving. Great. Okay, and remember, guys, there will be a lot of killing happening around on the day of Thanksgiving and before. There will be so many turkeys dying, right? People will be killing them and whatnot. So we should pray for those souls. है ना? So always keep them in your thoughts, and you should pray for those souls so they get a better life, and they all can also strive to attain moksha. Jia, a question from you or a thought?
It's a comment actually. So on Thanksgiving, me and my parents, me, brother, and my mom and dad, we go to a shop and buy some things. So if you know about the Xbox, my dad is planning an Xbox for my brother and me. And we're very excited. My brother has been searching up every time for the Xbox.
But always remember this, right? You should be excited, but always remember these are all materialistic things. है ना?
Okay.
These are not what we are. Okay. Now, if you get too excited about it, and just get too bound by these materialistic things, then what kind of karma particles will come to you? Think.
I don't
Good or
know.
bad? Think. If we only think of materialistic things and be excited about them and not think about our other, for about upliftment of our soul, then it's not definitely not good karma. है ना?
Looks like my brother
So
knows.
keep that in.
My brother
Do you know,
knows.
Arav?
Bad chemicals.
Yes, bad. Definitely not good. If not bad, definitely not good. Their intensity will be less, but these are all, things that we are living, things happen around us. We react to them in a particular way. But do remember, right? As a Jain, that's not what why we have been born a Jain, right? We have been born Jain to lift our soul to get to a better state. We should be very proud of that, right, Keval? Perfect. Good job, guys. So I think we are reaching the end of the session today. If you don't have any questions, just go out with this thought in your mind. Keep those dying turkeys in your prayers, and do ensure that on the day of Black Friday, when you are doing the shopping, you are not doing any blind shoppings. You only buy things which you need, not what you want. है ना? If we keep ourselves more focused only upon need, then we are not driven by greed. When we are driven by greed, then we are actually getting bad karma particles to us. Okay? So be mindful of that. Being mindful is first start. It's a good start. And then slowly, gradually, when you will grow up, become young, you will be a great human being. And being a good human being is way more important than any Xboxes or any PlayStations or whatnot. That's more important. है ना? Okay. So with that, we'll end today's session. Uh, who is going to lead us with the Navkar mantra? Okay, maybe Jia. Go ahead. Lead us with Navkar mantra.
Okay. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Airyanam, Namo Vajayanam, Namo Loy Savesaunam,
Eso panchanamo.
Namo Karo Save Papanasno, Manglanancho Save Singh, Parbam Hoi Mangalam. Chatari Mangalam, Aryanta Mangalam, Siddha Mangalam, Sau Mangalam, Kev Nipanato Dhammo Mangalam. Chatari Logotama, Aryanta Logotama, Siddha Logotama, Sau Logotama, Kev Nipanato Dhammo Logotama. Chatari Saram Pavajami, Aryanta Saram Pavajami, Siddha Saram Pavajami, Sau Saram Pavajami.
Jai Jinendra, everyone. And
Jai
Uttam
Jinendra.
Jai
Uttam
Jinendra.
Saranam.
Jai Janet.
Uttam Shama. Okay. Bye for now.